Let's assume you're involved in some sort of combat situation where you are getting shot at. You're firing along because you're returning fire. Obviously, you're getting shot at. And as you're doing so, your magazine becomes empty. What do you do? And why should you know how to properly conduct the two types of reloads? In the following speech, I will inform and demonstrate to you the proper procedures for conducting a rapid and combat reload for the M4 carbine, which is the standard issue rifle for the United States military. What do you do when your magazine becomes empty? I will demonstrate for you. You're firing along. The magazine becomes empty. At which point, as you can see, the bolt will lock rearward into the M4. At this point, what you would do is reach over to the right-hand side here. There's a little button. You push your magazine button. It will take it out of the weapon and drop it. You will then reach into your ammunition pouch. Grab your new magazine. Insert it into the magazine well. Place it in. Give it a firm tap to make sure it's seated, just like so. At this point, you will then push the bolt release, which is on the left-hand side of the weapon, which will cause the bolt to go forward, chambering the next round. And for heaven's sakes, whatever you do, you're getting shot at. Return fire. Now that you know how to properly conduct a rapid reload, I can now teach you how to do a combat reload. A combat reload is a little bit different. The reason it is so different, you are in combat, everything's loaded, just like you normally are. You're going into a hostile situation, you don't know what's coming up, what's going on. You've been shooting your weapon all day long, just mowing down bad guys. What you gotta do is, you gotta put more ammo in the weapon than what you expect. So you think you might have 20 rounds, but there might only be 10. Bad business. So to conduct a combat reload, what you would do is reach in your ammo pouch and grab that new magazine right from the get-go. Then, again, you would push the magazine release button located on the right-hand side of the weapon. Drop that old magazine. Don't let it hit the ground. You will take the new one, place it in the weapon, give it a nice firm tap to make sure it's seated in there. What do you do with the old magazine? Put it in your pouch? I wouldn't do it, because you're going to get down the road, expect to grab a 30. You grab that little guy with 10 rounds in it. Again, bad business. Take this guy, stick it down in your pocket, you will be good to go. Now it's in your pocket, it's secured, and if you need it for later use, it's right there for you. Now, you will have a total of 31 rounds. You've got one in the chamber from the previous magazine, and 30 sitting inside the magazine, for that total of 31. So now that you know how to do a rapid reload and a combat reload, why is it important? Well, the importance of a rapid reload, it's exactly that. You want to do it rapidly. Like I said, you're getting shot at. So you're putting rounds down range, your weapon is extremely smart. It locks itself to the rear, the bolt does, and it tells you, hey buddy, I'm out of ammo. So you need to do what you need to do to get it back, right? So it's out with the old, in with the new, bolt forward, continue shooting. That is the rapid reload. A combat reload, why it's so important? You don't know what's going on. You don't know what's coming up. So you want to make sure you have as much ammunition inside that weapon before you go into that hostile area. I can't imagine a worse feeling. Myself, I've never been in combat as far as actually having to fire upon someone, but I can only imagine going into a building, a room or something, and not having enough ammunition inside the weapon to properly do what I need to do. It's just got to be horrible. So in conclusion, I have taught you today how to do a rapid reload, which is, again, the bolt will lock to the rear just like so. All you will do at that time is drop the old magazine out, put the new one in, simulated from the pouch of course, smack the bolt forward, and continue to shoot because it's rapid. You're getting shot at. There's a reason you were doing that reload. The other type of reload almost as important is that combat reload. And it's used primarily, like I said, when you're going into buildings and things of that nature. You want to make sure you have enough ammunition to keep on with the mission.